Tim Albright with AVNation at InfoComm 2024 in the Yamaha booth. And my first time I've ever interviewed anybody named Bull Hug. How are you, sir?
Hey, I'm doing great. How are you?
I am well. Good,
Excellent.
Good second day of InfoComm. In the Yamaha booth, we've known you guys for years for various aspects of audio. Talking about a couple of products you're showing this screen. One is your video bar.
Yeah.
It's a pretty crowded market, right?
Very much so.
So talk for a second about what makes the Yamaha version different and better for IT managers.
Yeah. Wonderful question. I think for the IT managers out there, it's simplicity, ease of use, and we've taken so many of the features from the Odessia product, which is our commercial conferencing solution, and we've packed it into these video bars. So for one, you're guaranteed to only capture the relevant audio in your meetings, irrespective of if you're in an open meeting space or a private conference room huddle space, or space that has the benefits of having partitions of some sort. This technology, you can set the depth, you can set the angle of pickup, so you can have your open area meeting space, people moving in and out of this space, and with that depth set and that angle set, it's only going to capture the relevant audio, push that to the far end. With SoundCap I, we're actually able to use the AI functionality in the solutions to see people's lips moving. If it's not seeing that, it's not going to push that audio to the far end. So for really crowded spaces, it works really, really well as well. There's a hexagonal microphone array in there, constantly scanning in 120 degrees diagonally, 110 degrees horizontally, to make sure that it's pointing the beams at the relevant conversation. So it's actually going to track, and we have it is up right now. So back here, you can actually seeing it doing that in real time with my CS800. Difference between these two, one has a speaker built in, the 500 does not. Very, very simple to control. Your typical 3 tracking modes, your speaker tracking, group mode, really need individual mode as well. So if you got an individual that may not be speaking the whole time, but you want the camera to focus on that person, it will do so for you. Everything is controlled right through this remote. The backside of it also functions as a mute button. There's 3 different splash screens that are Yamaha branded or logoed, but you can upload your clients as well. Those flash graphics are going to tell you to go ahead and plug in your USB to get the conversation started, the meeting started. Teams and Zoom fully certified like all of our other systems.
So if I'm an IT or tech manager or a facilities manager, you mentioned the ability to adjust those beams. How easy is that? What's that interface like? Is it a web interface? Am I plugging in my computer to a USB?
Yep. Great question. There's 2 different ways to modify it. There's a free software called CS Manager that you can use to make that adjustment, but it's as simple as hitting this option menu, the hamburger button right there. If you go ahead and hit that, I've already got it open, so it's going to close it. You push it again, it's going to pull it right back up. And then you would scroll down here to your horizontal angle, and it's actually going to show you right here as you begin to restrict this field of coverage that we're going to begin to drop off as far for that coverage. So echo, cancellation, de-reverberation, automatic gain control is all built right in. And the price point, we've just dropped the prices on these, so we think people are going to be very, very happy with this solution.
You also are showing off a new PoE speaker.
Yeah.
For a second, first of all, what makes this one kind of special and different?
Yeah. So this is going to be our first PoE speaker on the UC side of the Unified Communications branch, and we're super excited about this. It's all PoE and PoE Plus. Everything goes back to your switch for power, signal, and everything else. And one of the cool things that we're able to do with Odessia now with the new version of firmware 2.5 is we can initiate a combine and divide through several different means, one of which I'll mention in just a second. But with this, now instead of needing an amp in a space and analog ceiling speakers of whosever brand, which you can absolutely still do with Odessia, you can mix and match. But now using this, it's going to make that combine and divide scenario so much easier to do. We don't need an amp. We don't need another set of speakers to wire up. We can use the same means of connecting everything with a PoE cable, RJ45. So much easier to set up, get installed, and to make sure everything sounds great.
So PoE meaning it's on the network. Dante or
it's all Dante. Everything on the Odessia side of the fence is all Dante. Yeah.
One last thing here, we've got another controller here, which is kind of cool. So this can be programmed or
it can.
Yeah. Be several different things.
That's right.
Why would I be using this?
Sure. So it just simplifies the method of control so much. Now with Odessia as well, we're able to control third-party devices with API. So now with this button, of course you can use it for mute, unmute, right? Nothing overly special there, but it's programmable. So we're able to make it, okay, let's start this conference or initiate a combined scenario where you've got your RMCR signal processor grabbing a lot of other speakers and microphones from another space. It can initiate that with the push of a button for you, as well as volume control. Really just making control of your solution as easy as a push of a button. One push, mute and unmute, couple of pushes that could initiate the combine and divide. Just depends on how you have it programmed. Full RGB, a host of colors to let you know what you're doing. I believe the lights actually light up in different quadrants as well to let you know which options are selected. And it is wall mountable. There is a wall mount kit on it. And so, yeah.
Well, if somebody wants to find out more about Yamaha, how do they do that?
So you can go to yamahauc.com, then find out more, or come see us at our booth at InfoComm.